Home Buyers Network, calling about your property. We're real estate investors. Just want to see if you consider selling it.
Sure.
You are? You want to sell it? Have you been thinking about it, or just because I called and asked?
No, I get calls and texts all day, every day.
Yeah.
So I mean, I tell people no, and I say please stop texting or stop calling. They just keep doing it. So now I'm saying that I'll sell.
Okay, how much would you want to get for it?
500.
500,000?
Yes, ma'am.
And is that based? What's that based on? Do you look at other houses, or?
It's based on everything around me: the golf course, the location.
Oh wow.
The remodeling.
Is it in good shape?
It's about to be. I mean, we're in the middle of remodeling.
Oh. And this is house you're living in now?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Do you own any other properties you might want to sell?
No, ma'am.
No. Okay. Why would you want to sell it other than the fact that everybody's calling you?
I don't.
You don't. Okay.
But I said somebody comes and gives me 500,000, I'll sell it.
If somebody gave you 500,000, would you take it in payments rather than a lump sum?
I'd have to think about that. I mean,
Okay.
no one even has gotten this far with me, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'd have to think about it.
Okay, hold on just one second. Let me write this stuff down. And if you sold it, how soon would you want to move?
As soon as I get 500 in my hand.
Okay, ASAP. Do you have someplace else you can go?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, wait a minute, just 1 minute. And once you finish remodeling, how long is that going to take?
Anywhere from 2 to a week.
2 days to a week?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay. And at the end of the remodeling, what kind of condition would it be on a scale of 1 to 10?
About like an 8.
8?
You're saying when I'm done?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, like an 8 and 9.
Yeah. Remodeling. Okay. Okay. I guess that's just about it. Somebody will call you back. They'll take a look at it and call you back.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right. Bye.
Yep.
Virginia, what do you think?
I didn't think he was terribly motivated, but he said he would consider taking terms, so I kept going because of that. I just asked him all the questions. So, but I don't know if he'll take terms, maybe. See, I'm having trouble when I click on Zillow, nothing comes up. So the other day I just had a second tab open, but this time I didn't, so I didn't really think to do that. But I'm having a problem with Zillow.
Okay, so we don't know what the price was going.
I don't know what the market value is for that house now. I should have checked, but I didn't.
Okay. So other than motivation, was there anything else you can think of?
Anything else I could think of for what?
On your feedback.
To critique my feedback? No, I don't think so. I mean,
Okay.
I got all 4 pillars. And I asked him if he wanted payments.
Yeah.
Other than that, I didn't think there was really anything else there.
Cody, you want to give feedback on this one?
Yeah, I mean, I'll defer to Allie what she put in she mentioned, there's that non-committal language up front when he said sure, which he then explored and he fleshed out for us. He's like, everybody's calling me on this. Like, they call nonstop. I said I don't want to sell. So now I'm just saying I'll sell. And you laughed at that. You heard him say that. So it's okay to probe that and see if he's a legitimate seller. You know, I know you said you didn't pull up Zillow, so you don't know what the ARV was for it. So you don't know if that was a wildly inflated number or not. But yeah, it's okay. We're disqualifying leads just as much as we're qualifying them. So it's okay to walk them down. And he could be a gain motivated seller, you know, but we need to kind of develop that and see what's going on. So what besides 500,000 would have him thinking about possibly selling, especially since he's doing a renovation to it and they live there. You know,
Right.
what's the plan? Present plan and the future plan. If that's something that's really in his mind to get it motivation as the key to kind of driving this transaction.
Well, he said he had somewhere else to go, so he would be able to close, I would assume.
Yeah, that's those questions, those responses that we get from folks. They're surface level. They got somewhere else to go. He's probably go to his neighbor's house or his mom's house or
Right.
something. You know, like where else would you go? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you go somewhere else to go. He's somewhere else to live. So where would
Right.
you live? You know, he's got kids. They move schools, transfer jobs.
Mm-hmm.
That'll kind of give you an idea of his level of commitment to it, or the level of interest,
Right.
motivation in selling, to kind of fill in those blanks and help us decide how much time to spend on it.
I figure if he shot another number, he said 500K. If he shot another number like, hey, 450, since you need to do some remodel, see what he'd say. So just seeing if you go less, that'll tell you whether or not he's motivated. If he's willing to take 50,000 less, you can come back to him in a day or two and be like, hey, okay, we got to offer the way it is. And if it's more on Zillow, you could shoot like 425 and see if he's motivated. So if they're willing to take less, I'm assuming they would be motivated.
Mm-hmm. Well, I didn't ask him that. No, I probably should have, but he said that, you know, if you come up with 500,000, then I'll sell. So it seems like he's just, you know, he's just throwing, it seemed like to me like he was just throwing it out and said, you know, if I get the money, then I'll sell. Which means to me that he's probably not terribly motivated. But the only reason I passed it through was because he said he would consider taking payments. So
one good response, or one possible response to that, when someone's just they want the most money for their place, you know, is to acknowledge that. So yeah, absolutely, I would want the most for my house too, and just say, hey, look, most of the people that we end up helping, they got something going on with the property, you know, that's in foreclosure, going through a divorce, but you know, so behind on other payments, bad tenants, something like that. I don't suppose anything like that is happening with you, Mr. Seller. And he'll go, nope, we're remodeling it. We're going to put in the granite countertops. It's going to be awesome for us. It's all good. Or he'll say, oh, actually, there's a problem tenant in there, and you kind of go down that road. Because if it's if it's a full retail purchase price on it, we're not the buyer. We can insert ourselves in there a little bit, maybe give him an agent referral if he's truly looking to sell. But we don't buy retail just because there's nothing for us to do with it. And just kind of test it like that too, to see what his level of interest is. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Very good. All right.
Okay, thank you.
Right on. Thank you.
All right, what's next?
Got another call. All done? Yeah. All right, brother. I appreciate it. So, continue. Yeah.
Do we have another recording set up by chance?
Yeah. Yeah. Which one?
Yes, let me play it.
Thank you. And who we listened to, by the way?
It's from Natasha, one of our newbie as well.
Right, Natasha.
Hey, Elmore,
Who's calling?
this is Natasha. I'm with Home Buyers Network. We're real estate investors. I just wanted to see if you have considered possibly selling.
I've considered everything, but I'm in a bad situation with it.
A bad situation?
Bad situation.
What happened?
I might be going through foreclosure.
Oh, okay. So what's the date for your foreclosure?
I don't think there's a date. Yeah, I gotta go to court.
Oh, well, I might be able to help you.
How's that?
Okay, you said you're in foreclosure. When did they give you a date that they will?
But how are you gonna give it help me? I don't understand.
Well, I'm gonna pass the information over to my home buying specialist, and they'll reach out to your bank and possibly make payment for you.
Mm,
How much is the
okay.
amount that is owed?
About 80, maybe 1,000, something like that.
80,000?
About 80, yeah, 80, 90. I have to double check.
Okay, and what can you tell me about the condition of the property?
Well, where are you? Who are you?
Well, we're real estate investors. I'm with home buyers. I'm with the local home buyers. I was calling
The
about,
local.
that is correct.
So
We
where's
got
your
your
office?
information from, go ahead, I'm sorry.
I said, where's your office located?
Well, we're local.
Okay,
I'm actually located in our main office is located in New York, but I'm actually calling you from my home. Our main office
so,
is located in New York. So I was just reaching out to see if you were considering selling.
yeah, but I have to speak to you. I'm not going to speak to someone over the phone. I don't know.
I
I
do
have to-
understand. Well, we got our information from public records. We send over addresses that we're interested in, and they send it back. Sometimes I get lucky, so that's why I'm calling you to get more information from you.
Yeah,
Would
that's
I have
okay.
my home buying specialist reach out to you?
I thought you was the one that
Well,
that I was
what I
dealing
know,
with.
I normally pass on the information to my home buying specialist to see how best we can assist you.
Well, I would have to meet whoever it is. I have to meet the person personally.
Not a problem. Not a problem. I could definitely set up an appointment. And can you tell me a little about the condition of the property?
It's okay, but I'd rather discuss that when we meet.
Okay. Not a problem.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
before you go, can I get like the basic information about the property?
Yeah, as soon as we meet, I keep saying I'd rather just, I don't, it's just a phone call, I don't know who I'm talking
Right.
to, who you or nothing,
All right, I'm gonna
Yeah,
definitely have my home buying specialist give you a call, right?
And their office is in New York too, because I'm gonna want to meet the person.
No problem. So
Okay.
before you go, how much would you want to like walk away with after it's paid off?
I don't know. We will have to discuss that. I mean, you're asking a lot of questions, but again, I like to see people I'm talking to face to face. I gotta,
All right.
I don't, you just called me out of random. We don't really know you. I don't know you, so it's difficult for me to discuss things with someone I don't even know over the phone.
Okay, here's what, Elmore. I'm gonna definitely have my manager reach out. Would later today or tomorrow be okay?
Oh, sure. I mean,
All right. This is the best contact number for you?
yeah. What was you said? Local is the name of the company. Local.
Oh, I'm with the local home buyers network.
Local home buyers.
That is correct.
And the person is reaching out is.
Oh, I'm not sure which one of my manager will reach out, but I'll at least send you some information.
Okay.
Okay. What time would
Okay.
be best to contact you? Morning, evening, or?
Like about now is fine.
Okay. And what time? Let me ask you, what price did you have in mind to get for the property?
Again, I will discuss things like that when I
No
speak
problem.
to someone in person.
All right. I'll definitely keep in touch. Thank you so much. Have a blessed day.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Just to say that guy had patience. I would have hung up like phew, right away.
Natasha,
Hey,
hey, what's your feedback for yourself?
well, honestly, for foreclosure, I didn't even remember the exact questions to ask, to be honest.
Yeah. So would you say it's fair to say that you were concerned, you were worried about asking the right foreclosure questions?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that too. What I would encourage you to invite you to consider is be concerned, have that same concern, that same interest in the seller's story or their situation. Okay. And what that'll do is shift your focus from what questions you have to necessarily ask for foreclosure, and then to kind of
Mhm.
just get a pulse, get a temperature on him, because throughout that call, he was not. You weren't in sync. You didn't have what do we call it? What is that?
Trust. He didn't have any trust because it was just like she's uncertain where she's located, and she's
Yeah.
uncertain about, and it was like bank. Your approach was a little. It was too shaky. You were too. The thing was like, oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Let's see if we can help you out. Get the information beforehand. But the thing is, try to be like you're concerned, and then just like roll with him. And then once he starts feeling a little comfortable, he's talking to you. Then you'd be like, boom, you could ask those questions, but don't go into too much details. You got to build a rapport to understand what are you going to do if we're able to have you walk away with some money and help pay off your foreclosure.
So the word I was
Okay.
looking for was rapport. You guys weren't in rapport. You hadn't built that with him, right? And he didn't trust you because he just said it. He called out of the blue. So we need to go back to and handle those objections or those or concerns, right? With that, the way we do, how do we handle anything that people say to us, an objection or concern? You remember? Anybody? It's the validate and then question. So you got stuck in the loop of where are you guys located? What's your office? What's your phone number? What's your email? Like he started grilling you, and whoever's asking questions is in control of the conversation. So you were trying to ask your foreclosure questions, which is great. It's good to know those in the terms and everything. So in your mind, you're thinking, okay, I need to figure out what the next foreclosure question is. He's like, where are y'all calling from? You're like, oh yeah, we're local. And what how far behind are you on the payments? He's like, no, wait. Local where? Uh you said you're local buyers? And you're like, well, and you ask another question. You're thinking about the foreclosure questions. He's thinking about who is this? So we need to make sure we're aware of what they're saying and kind of read between the lines. So hey, he's asking me what's my address? Where am I located? So that means he doesn't trust me. He's scared about being scammed. So then we acknowledge that concern and then hit him with the title company response, right? Hey, I've been doing this long enough to know. People usually ask me where are you located, what's your email address. You're worried about getting scammed. Is that what's going on here? Does that sound like what's going on? He'll be like, yeah, I don't know. You just called me. Yeah, I get it. You're totally right. You're right to be concerned about being scammed, and so are we. That's why all of our transactions go through a title company, so to make sure you don't get scammed, we don't get scammed. Now what happened, what's got you into the situation? How'd you get into foreclosure? What's going on? Something like that. That wasn't a very smooth delivery of the question, but you acknowledge it and then you ask one of our questions and then move on, then move on to the other questions, because otherwise there's no foundation for it. That's kind of what I think Dominique was saying. So that's all. Just shift your focus a little bit, because it's good that you're focused on the foreclosure questions, because you will need to know those and focus on those at the right time. But we need to get in rapport and build that trust with them first. And I do want to add, we had very excellent mirroring of a bad situation in the beginning. He said, yeah, I don't know, I'm in a bad situation. And you said bad situation, and he said, yeah, bad situation, but you mirrored it, which is great. And that's the beginning part of that acknowledgement or validation and then questioning. So that was excellent. Love that.
Thanks.
Personally, I thought it was pretty much a good lead, though. It's just like you can, if you would build a rapport, it would have turned out differently, because the thing during the whole asking questions, he would have been more and be like, oh, you know what? We're gonna have someone come out and actually take a look at the property so we can see, like, take a look at the condition of the property so we can make you a cash offer. I understand you're going through hardship right now, but we can help you out because we do pay in cash and you don't have to put another dime into the property. You use that line, be like, we're gonna pay you in cash. And you don't gotta worry about putting a dime into the property. They'd be like, yeah. Be like, yes, we're gonna help you out by getting you out of debt and have you walk away with a little cash in your pocket. They'd be like, okay. I don't know if that's because I don't have a script yet.
Dominic, you have a good point. As soon as we know it's a foreclosure that we're talking to, we forget about the house. We're not interested in the house. We're interested in the person. We need to find out what will be a good outcome for them and reassure them that we've helped many people in the past in their situation and that we will do our utmost to help them with this current situation. So don't worry about the condition of the house or the price. Just find out about the foreclosure. How long have we got? We need to know that so we can work quickly on it. And what would you want the outcome to be? And then we need to work towards that solution. There's many solutions for preventing a foreclosure, and we need to find out what the best option is for them. So, because that's what he was really saying through this, that's why he was skeptical. He wanted to know, how you can help me. He actually said that at the beginning, how can you help me? And really, that's the cry of all these people in this position. They're going to lose their house. They want to know you're calling, how you can help. So concentrate on that as soon as you know that someone's in foreclosure.
Good feedback, Graham.
Thank you.
Freddie, what question you got?
Hey everyone, nice to meet you all. Hi. Well, I don't have a question actually. I was just hearing the first two recordings that you actually make a third, and well, I worked on as a call before a couple of years ago, so I have a little bit of feedbacks in regards to that. Obviously, when they go where you pull my number, and we obviously say that we get the numbers from public records. It's something skeptical as well for that, but what I would say before is we get the number from public records because we're interested in buying different properties in different areas in the state. And when they actually ask like where are you calling from or whatever, so we give the main office where it's located, and you just keep moving forward. So whenever someone is in the call and you stop, okay, you give an answer and stop, you give the chance to that person to start asking questions as he did. So always, like, when you make an answer, give an answer, jump into the next question. And I think it's, that lead actually, I think it's actually something good. If we call them back again, or that guy, probably someone can close it easy, because he has, a lot of economic issues. He's going through, a lot of trouble. So it's just, I think, to ask the correct questions, and he'll be down to hearing an offer for that. Just doing a little bit of research on the property itself, and move forward.
Yeah, for sure. Appreciate it, Freddie. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, Brandy, we do see that hand this time.
Okay. No, I just wanted to say, Natasha, well, everyone already give the feedback that I could have to say. All I can say is that, like, when you are ready to ask the questions, like, don't ask can I ask a few questions or stuff like that, dependent like on how the call flow goes? Just go directly to the question. Like if you're talking about, let's say, the condition of the property, then you can be like, oh, and like back to another question, like maybe what's the time frame that you're looking to sell, or however you use the script, but like try like not to ask, can I ask you a few questions, it's better just to ask.
Sorry, Brenda, you're a
Okay.
little, your audio was a little off. It was a little scrambled. It was hard to hear you.
So no one heard what I said? No.
I heard bits and pieces.
I
Did
heard
everybody
you.
hear?
I heard you.
It was kind of breaking up.
No, I just said that it's better just to ask the question instead of asking the seller, do you have any question? Sorry, can I ask you a few questions or whatever, depending on how the scenario goes, just ask the question,
Yeah,
you know?
for sure.
Okay.
Just three little points real quick, and then we'll move on to the next one. Natasha, good job. You sounded real good. When they ask you about, where you're located and everything, or I want to meet somebody, especially if they say I want to meet someone, say we definitely will come out and take a look. We'll definitely come out and see you, but that's about step 3, and we're on step 1 right now. My job is to find out if you're interested first, and then about the property. So if you can help me answer those questions, I can get someone moving that way to come to you, see you. But we got to get a couple questions answered real fast, and then just go through them. And if he keeps pushing back, go, I'm sorry, we have to get this before I can get this onto our property specialist. And it just kind of makes them know that you have to do a checklist before you can send it up, kind of thing. And so that might be a way to do it. Other little things to think about is when you're calling these guys, try not to make it a question when you're calling someone. And so when I call Cody, I don't go, hey Cody, or Cody. No, hey Cody, how's it going? You go right into it as a, hey Cody, like him, this is your friend, you already know this is the right number. But when you kind of question it, they're going to question, who are you? But if you kind of go into it, it gets a pattern to interrupt where they're going to be like, wait, what is this? And they're going to listen to you. And then you can do your introduction, and then they decide they're going to listen to you or not. So just try to make it not as a question when you're asking their name, kind of thing. Other than that, I think you're on your way. It just takes a little time. This was a very skeptical person, and it sounds like he's been burnt before, and so he was kind of hesitant.
Right.
But that's what I usually recommend is just tell them, hey, that's, we can definitely get someone out there, but I got to get this information first before I can get this over to them. So they're prepared to talk to you and that type of thing. So, but
Got it.
anyway, good job. Good job. All right. Anyone else have
Okay.
anything before we move on to the next person?
I have a quick
Yeah.
question.
What you got?
Where on my script it doesn't show any of the foreclosure questions that we're supposed to ask.
I am not sure if it's on the script or not.
No.
Anyone that's reviewed it lately? Cody, do you know?
It's not on this.
Well, I don't know.
I know some of the questions because I've been doing cold calling for a while, but I believe I don't see any of the questions that we're supposed to ask from here.
So what kind of questions have you had in your previous experience, Jose?
Okay, I got them right here. Okay, so some of the questions is, we have to ask about the payoff amount, the arrears, interest rate, PITI, when loan expires, who's their lender, loan type, and auction date.
That is quite a bit of information on a cold call. If you can get that, that's amazing. Because a lot of them on cold call, they're just getting to warm up to you. So you
Yeah.
definitely get that. Yeah, that's pretty much all the mortgage information. That's the stuff that Graham really likes, those threads for sure. Usually, if you can just figure out when the auction date is, and when they're owing, if we know the auction date's 3 weeks from now, we can gather that information on our end on the lead management call. So you don't have to get all that information. But if you can just find out when the auction date is, that's the number one for us. And then we can kind of go from there.
Okay.
But bear in mind, Jose, those are facts, and until they know you care, they're not gonna be worried about you, and they're gonna hang up on you. You've got to show you care. So you ask
Yes, of course.
questions like, "Well, what got you into this situation?" Is a good one to be towards the beginning of the call. you know, help me understand this. I really do want to help you. I've been through this myself, something like that, so they can see that you care. You know, the facts leave till later on, once you build the report up. Yeah.
Yeah, good point, for sure.
Yeah.
right.
And then as for the script, like having all the foreclosure questions and different things like that, if they made a script that encompassed like every scenario, like here are your divorce questions, here's pre-foreclosure, here's, relocation, here's this, the script would be super long and you probably wouldn't be able to find the questions anyway. So a lot of the questions, like TJ and Graham said, you really just want to get the overarching motivation, so like the main motivation, and this one, which is pre-foreclosure, and then dig one level deeper. So asking one additional question about the motivation, like, hey, how did you get into this situation? And then on the back end, a lot of this stuff, like the pre-foreclosure with the arrears and dates like that. I'll give you an example, Jose. The one lead that we listened to from you last week, where he told you the arrears were 9,000, he turned around, got him on the phone today. He said they were 18,000. The payoff wasn't 50,000, it was 65,000. So, I mean, this is stuff we have to verify later on by actually
Okay.
getting their mortgage statement. So sometimes, who knows, they're going to change the numbers regardless. But yeah, motivation is king.
Mhm.
And then last thing back on Natasha's call, and then let's move into the next one, is, when the guy said he's in pre-foreclosure and you did good by saying like, hey, we can actually help. But when he said, how can you help? You were kind of like, it seemed like you blanked and you're like, ah. But the real answer is we can buy the house. I mean, that's what we do and that's how we can help. But it also just depends on what they want to accomplish. So I did just want to touch on that. That's how we help pre-foreclosures, by buying the home, helping them avoid pre-foreclosure if that's what they want to do. So that was all I had. On to the next one.
Thank you.
No problem.
Wow, more people. We got 36 people here. That's awesome.
The next one is from Jose G. Oh.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, how you doing? It's Jose with Home Buyers Network. I'm calling about your real estate investors and wanted to see if you consider selling.
What's the address again?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Condominium. Okay, yes.
Yes, are you interested in selling?
Yeah, we sell it, yeah.
Oh, you are selling?
Yeah, I want to sell it, yeah.
Okay. Now, could you tell me a little bit about the property, condition-wise?
It's a condominium. It has two baths, and it has the big kitchen, and it has the two balconies, one living room, and 3 bedrooms. It's not 2 bedrooms with one like an office,
Yeah. What would you rate the condition from 1 to 10?
Oh, it's 12. I'm a good salesman, huh?
Yeah. And is someone living? Is someone living?
Yeah. One guy is living there, and his wife
Oh,
and his daughter.
but it's a tenant, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And how much do tenants pay monthly
We
around
pay
there?
$1,500 a month.
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah, but you see what happened? We pay in 600, 20, I think 609. Maintenance. These, not maintenance for the
HOA?
this association.
Yeah, the HOA.
Yeah. These people they do the, the water, get the gas
Maintenance.
and all the stuff.
Yeah.
Maintenance.
Trash, all that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I don't like this place because of them.
Yeah, the HOA is always like that. They always.
Yes, they like they are the partners.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's
that's basically the reason. That's basically the reason you want to sell, because the HOA is too high.
Yeah, it's too high.
Okay.
Before, when we bought it, It was about $300 a month.
Oh wow.
But now it's 600. What for? I mean, they didn't do anything extra, and
Yeah.
even same thing.
That's right. That is a lot.
Hmm.
Okay.
And
And
really, when I bought it, I bought for my son to live in it, but he didn't like it. I mean, not he started all his friends. Everybody wanted to live there with him. And then I told him come back home.
Yeah.
Then I leased it.
you said it was a 2-bedroom?
It's to have a 2 bedrooms with bath. Everyone separate, and we have one living like office building, office room
Yeah.
by itself. You can somebody can use, and it has
Okay.
two balconies.
Oh, 2 balconies? Okay.
Yeah, 2 balconies. Yeah.
And how much are you looking to get?
85,000. 85,000.
85,000? Okay.
Yes, sir. 85,000. Yeah.
Okay, let me write that down. 85. Okay. Now, let's say that we do come up to your asking price, or would you be open to discussing terms?
Are we open to discuss the prices?
No, terms. Terms is just.
Oh,
yeah.
terms. No. I mean, it's no. You have to pay. No, we don't do credit. You have to
Okay.
pay me all
Understood.
one time. You can get your loan anywhere. Somewhere.
Yeah. Understood. Now, do you still owe a mortgage on it?
No.
No?
I paid full cash the day I bought it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I own the Shell Station fan and all Spanish. It's my station.
Yeah.
And we own the building, the healthcare building next door to you. So next door
Oh.
to the building.
Oh, so you generate some money.
Yeah. We in
That's
business.
good. That's
We've been in
good,
business
brother.
a long time. We've been in business 50 years.
Oh, wow. That's good.
Yeah,
That's
we
good.
have a garage on Almeida, across the VA hospital too.
Oh,
And
wow.
we have a lot of stuff.
Yeah, that's good to hear. That's good to hear. Now, we do close quickly or slowly, all on your convenience.
I mean, you get the money, you close tomorrow.
Okay. Okay. Perfect.
Okay.
Okay. Now, just 2 more questions.
Yeah.
We do want to be respectful to everyone involved in processes like this. Is there anybody else that we need to bring in the conversation, or are you the only decision
No,
maker?
I'm the only one deciding.
Okay. And is this the best number to reach you?
Yeah, you can reach me this number, and you can reach my cell phone. This is my
Okay.
business phone number.
Okay. And this is Ali Abdulatif.
This is my son Ali Abdulatif. I'm the
And-
I'm the owner here.
Okay. And what's your name?
But I just put it in his name, Hassan Ali Abdulatif.
Hassan. How you spell that?
Hassan HASAN.
Okay. HASAN. Okay. Perfect.
Yes, sir.
And you said this is your business number? Is this a number?
Yeah, I have a
that-
business. The number you want a cell phone number? You have a pen?
Yeah. Perfect.
Okay.
Okay. Now, when would be the best time to reach you? Mornings, afternoons,
I'm here.
evenings?
I work 7 days a week, brother.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right.
But
So I'm gonna
until
send it.
only you can call me only till 6. Not after 6. I don't answer nobody.
Oh, after 6, you're done working.
No, I'm done working.
Yeah, of course. Okay, so that's all the information for now, Mr. Hassan. I'm gonna go ahead and send the information to the property specialist. They're gonna do their due diligence and call you back. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Perfect. All right, Hassan. It was good talking to you, man. Have a good day.
Have a nice day. Bye.
You too. Bye.
All right, Jose. Good job, eh? This was good. What did you give feedback on yourself first of all, and then I'll chip in and we'll get other feedback.
I think I did good. I got all the 4 pillars. I asked all the good questions. I used the script, as much as I could. I have been using, instead of using just indirect, like you're the decision maker. I have been, I'm teachable, so I've been kind of, putting it into, into whenever I call the leads and all that. So I'm putting it into use.
Very good, very good. The thing I really enjoyed, and there's a superb example, I put it in an example book, is the rapport. When you've spoken to somebody for the very first time and you're both laughing heartily, that's a win. That's the win, hands down. You scored a goal, right? So that was wonderful, and it's always a joy to see that. Absolutely fantastic. One question for you on the motivation. What do you think his motivation was?
The motivation was he's paying too much on HOA. So
He's not paying anything on HOA from what's happening.
he's paying HOA. It's a condominium, so all condominiums there's an HOA.
Okay. Did he
He
have
said it
a
was
tenant in there?
Yes, he did. He does have a
Okay.
tenant, but he said that the reason is just the HOA had went up to 600 or 700 monthly, and he was only paying 300, and so he's not really generating. So he's decided to let it go.
Right, but who really pays that HOA?
Well, whoever's renting it, but I guess he wants to generate more money.
Exactly. Yeah, it's just a surface level excuse because
Yeah.
he's not really paying that. Okay. He's going to make sure the tenant pays enough rent to cover all the expenses of that property and put profit in his pocket. That's how it works. So the reason I asked you that is because that's not a real motivation. That's an excuse.
But the tenant, I think, is his. I think the tenant is his son. So
Yeah.
his son might not be paying.
Right. So well, that's what I'm leading to. Ask a deeper question, always on motivation. A seller will always give you a surface level on motivation, and we want to dig a little bit deeper on that, right? So
Yeah, he was doing it on his own. I felt like I just let him talk because he was just giving me, all the information that I actually need. He kind of made my job a little easy,
right.
because he basically, gave all the information that, I needed. I mean, yeah, I could have dig in deeper. You're right, but I feel like I got somewhat information, some useful information.
Yeah. The idea of digging deeper is for him to experience the pain and the reason why he's selling, to reinforce that and to lead it on to the next call. So we've got to leave him. Our goal is to leave him looking forward to the next call from us, from the property specialist. So that's why we dig a little bit deeper, because he said, oh, crikey, I do really need to sell this. I'm not making any money now, or whatever. I don't want to raise the rents on my son, to cover the expenses or whatever it is. So we got to make him feel that to go on, to look forward to the next call. Okay. Dominique.
Oh yeah. See, that was a very good call. It was a very good call. But the thing is, though, I would have probed a little bit more, because the thing is that me being a salesperson is just like, you have to kind of control the call. You imply empathy, but you control the call. When you see they're friendly like that, you could ask more questions because you see they're cooperating with you. So I'd actually probe and be like, okay, try to be like, okay, shoot figures out there. Now here's a big question I want to know. Did you look on Zillow to see what the Zillow price was?
Yeah, I did. That's the first thing I always do. I always pull up Zillow. I forgot how much it was, but that's the first thing I did. But I think, hold on, I don't think I could see Zillow because it was a condominium. So sometimes whenever you pull up that address, it'll show you other prices, other estimates. So I did go into Redfin and other sites, but I wasn't able to see it, so I just went along with it. But I did see some of the prices. I did see some of the prices that were on there, and some of them went for 95. Some of them, in that range that he was saying.
Okay. Because the thing, I would have shot a number under what he asked just to see if he'd be like, okay. Because the thing, I would have kind of like, see, in the beginning of a conversation, this is like human, excuse me, that's us humans personally. You shoot a number at them. When you see them friendly, like you shoot a number at them, see how they take it. Don't go too far off from their asking price. Then while you're going down asking, be like, okay, what's the condition of the roof? Have you done any remodeling in recently? Then you shoot the number again just to see what they say. Like I say, I'm a salesman. I will sell a car. I'll sell air conditioning. You tell me sell it, I'll sell it. So it's just like, I figured I just wanted to know, because me, I'm more aggressive, even though I'm very easygoing. But the thing is that I'll get my point across and I'll be like, hey, this is what I want. Because I'll stay on that phone with that person until I get the information I need to let them go.
Here's a thought for you, Dominique. I might have offered him more than he asked for. Now, why would I do that?
Say that again?
I might have offered more than he was asking for. Why would I do that?
Hold on, it's raining behind me right now. You say ask more than what he was asking for?
I might offer him more than he's asking for. Why would I do that as an investor?
Why offer more? The only reason we would offer more, I'm assuming the property, if you're purchasing, the property is worth more than he assumed, and you're trying to get a price, okay, get him to buy without considering anyone else. That's the only reason I would assume you would offer more than the property value, because it's like every month there's an increase in the property value. But I'm not used to that strategy. Usually shoot a number close, like not too far off, but basically where they are, and just to see what they say. And if they remain still motivated, that means that's someone you can present an offer to them and they're going to accept it. I'm more focused on just not getting a lead, but I want my lead to convert into a sale.
Okay. I'm going to ask the audience as well, but I want to hear what Joseph has to say first. Why, I want to know from somebody why I would offer more. So, Joseph, go
Okay.
ahead.
Well, I'm gonna hijack it. Boom.
Okay.
On cold call, we're not offering anything,
Yeah.
That's what I
right?
was about to say.
So
Exactly.
here's where we're going. So Dominique, I get you. I get where you're coming from. That idea, and I like the psychology. I like that. So let's do an example. This guy, he's asking for 85,000, right? So you say, all right, what if we gave you 60? He say, yeah, I'll take 60. All right, cool. Let me send this up. I call it, we underwrite it, and I gotta be at 45. Now what? Dominique told me 65. Oh, I knew you guys were gonna try to screw me over and lowball me. What? Dominique told you 65. Where did he get that
I
from?
can't confirm a price because the thing is I'm not closing. It's more of I'm probing.
Exactly.
And it's like while you're probing, it's like I shoot just to see where their mentality is. As soon as they're willing to go, I was like, what if we were able to do? That's not saying I'm confirming anything with them in the blood. Now I
But
could
that's for the
return.
property specialist. I think the
Oh
property
no,
specialist
one
is the
second.
one.
Hey, let me finish. Let me finish. Let me breathe. Let me cook. Okay. All right. So to respond back to that, even with the tossing out the number, I don't mind the idea of testing the water, doing a temp check, because we do that in lead manager calls. But I wouldn't associate that with a dollar amount. So what you can do and what's in the script is, all right, 65,000. Is there any wiggle room in that?
That's
No.
what I was about to say.
Okay. So you're telling me if we come back, lower than 85,000, we shouldn't even bother giving you a call back? Oh, I didn't say that. Okay, now I know they're a little flexible without throwing out a number. But if you throw out 60 and they hear 60, they're going to expect 60. You're not, even if you say, if we could possibly maybe do 60, what would you say?
Okay,
I mean,
so
the
I'm basically
60
asking
is,
without being direct.
yeah,
So I'm being indirect. I'm asking the same question, but without a dollar amount. So basically,
yes.
what if we were able to do a little less than what you're asking for? Would you consider?
Yeah, something like along that. I just don't like the number aspect of it
Yeah, yeah.
because, yeah, if you toss out 60 and we got to be at 45, now he's like, Dominic told me 60. Man, I knew you guys were some scammers. That's what we don't want to happen. So that's why we just don't toss out that number with the underwriting. So yeah, I would go with wiggle room. Or, hey, if, we end up having to come back a little bit lower than that 85, should we bother giving you that call back? Nope,
That
I'm
sounds
stuck on
much better.
85. Okay. So, I mean, with the 85,000, we can definitely see if that'll work for us. But I did want to ask, I mean, we do have a second way that we purchase properties because I see that he's asking for about Zestimate. So we do have that second way that we're purchasing properties. And, if we're able to come up to that 85, would you be open to terms? What terms are you talking about? Well, that's actually not for me to go into. That's a property specialist. Or if they're like, what's terms in the script? Hey, it's similar to buying a car. You put some down now and pay the rest over time. But if you're interested in it, I'll get one of the property specialists to go over it with you in detail. and keep it pushing. So, yeah, I wouldn't throw out a number. QA is going to flag it. They're probably going to write you up. I don't know what happens after that. You go into a dark room, but I'm just kidding.
I won't do it.
I don't know.
You tell me no, I'm not doing it. That's why I was actually asking it first, because the thing is, though, it's like the wiggle room is very important because that actually confirms their motivation. So it's just knowing if there's wiggle room. If they say yes to wiggle room, that means you could get them to go lower.
Yeah. I mean, I love the thought process. Like obviously you said you like sales, you do sales. So you're on the right thought process. I would just switch it up a little bit just to make it work for us on the back end so we're not shooting each other in the foot.
Oh, definitely. That's why we're training.
Heck yeah. Appreciate it.
All right, looks like Joseph, you have your hand up. You got a question?
Can you guys hear me now? Oh, yeah, I had it on mute there. Well, it was the same thing that I was saying we'll emphasize with Dominic. Our main job, at the end of the day, is get as much information as possible on the property, right? That's the main goal that we have to do. To generate the lead, guess what's the value of the property, ask them if they are firm on that offer, if they're willing to negotiate on it too. If they say yes, that's a plus to us. If they say they are firm, okay, that's fine, but we still have the chance to actually present an offer to it. That's what my thoughts on it are.
Good job. Good job. I agree for sure. All right. We only got what, 5 minutes left?
Do some drills or something.
Nice.
Okay. Whoa, that's.
Let's just do something. Unless somebody's got something else, do some particular objection or a sticky part of the conversation.
I just want to say that I think Jose did a great job. He got the motivation, price, condition, and asking price. Those are the pillars. That's what we have to concentrate on, are the pillars. So like we're not, really selling or closing. We're cold callers, most of us. I'm saying in my case. So I think the main point is to get those 4 pillars. And I think Jose went through the whole script and asked a lot of questions, and that was a good call.
Yeah,
That's
I
all I
thought it
have
was
to
a
say.
very good call.
Thank you.
I hope it was a very good call. It was the best recording I've heard so far yet. Okay, the first one, though, but yours was very good because you got all the pillars, and anything you communicate, and the person was not scared and they actually communicated with you. I thought it was very good. See, the thing is that I kind of apply a sales mentality. And when you apply a sales mentality, it's more like you have a team. I do my part, but even though I'm doing my part, I want to make sure that the person behind me is able to walk into it and convert it into a sale. So I want to make sure I provide as much information for him so he can convert it into a sale because I love bonus and I saw the bonus figures. I'm like, yeah.
Wow, you're gonna make a lot of money for sure.
I try. I have a bad appetite.
Let's do it. Let's Dominique, let's get into a role play, brother.
Let's go. This I just got the script, so I'm gonna kind of improvise.
Yeah. All right. I'm ready to be improvised with.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna put a time on this so we don't go too much over, okay, guys?
Okay.
Yeah.
So let me get a timer up, and we're just gonna put 6 minutes on the clock. Whenever,
Go do ring this.
yeah, you just do ring ring, and then when I hear hello, I'm starting the clock.
Okay. Ring.
Hello?
Hey, Cody, this is Dominic with the local home buyers. I was giving you a call about a property you own on 123 East Main Street. I believe that's you own that property?
What can I do for you on it, man? I mean, what is this about?
Well, Cody, we are a real estate investor. I just wanted to see if you consider possibly selling or cash offer on that property.
Man, this is probably the 10th call I got today on this property. You know, I'll sell it. It's for sale, but for the right price.
Okay. In order for me to give you a price, I'm going to need to know the condition of the properties to see if we can give you an accurate figure. Is that okay?
Yeah, I mean, good luck with it. I mean, I haven't been in there in 25 years. You know, I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine.
Okay. So I'm assuming so in 25 years, you haven't done any upgrading or remodel to the property, such as the roof, bedroom, bathroom.
Yeah, it's just the way it was built. I remember I never, you know, mom and dad never did anything with it, and now that they're gone, it's you know, we got to kind of figure this out.
Can you repeat that again? You said that your mom and dad.
Yeah, they never did any upgrades or anything to it, and now, you know, it's in our hands, so we got to kind of figure out what to do with it. But it is what it is. The condition it's in.
Okay. So currently, I'm assuming the property is vacant. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. So you know what we're gonna do? Instead of just letting it sit there, what we're gonna do, we're gonna see if we can provide you a cash settlement for that property, and see if we could take it off your hands. So,
What?
I just
Yeah,
know.
it's I don't know how many hands you think you're going to be taken off of, but it's not just my two hands. So,
Okay. So, are you the homeowner of the property, or is there someone else that's also the homeowner as well?
yeah. So, you know, we all inherited it. There's, you know, us 10 kids.
10 kids?
Yeah. So we got to figure this out. Everybody wants their piece of the pie, and nobody wants to pay the taxes and do any of the maintenance or anything. It's crazy, man. I'm tired of dealing with this.
In order to move forward, Cody, I'm gonna need to know if whether or not your siblings are willing to sell as well as yourself.
Yeah, they'll sell, but like I said, for the right price. So I mean, just I know the property's old and it's not updated, but we're not going to just let it go for dirt cheap for less than what it's worth. So give us a good offer, and we'll get this thing done. Then I'll get my brothers and sisters to sign off on it.
I'm gonna have to say pause. I don't know the strategy to get out of this one because I know for 2 people, husband and wife divorce, but for 10 people, I've never ran into that.
It's the same. It's the same thing. We got to get an agreement amongst people. So you keep rolling with it.
So I keep going getting the rest of the information.
Yeah, you're gonna have to get agreement amongst one or agreement amongst all. So it's the same. So just keep going.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Go back into role play or just.
Yeah, I mean, do you want to buy this house or not? I mean, I thought you guys were professional, Dominique. I mean,
Oh yeah, definitely. We want to
yeah,
purchase the property, but I'm gonna just ask you how many bedrooms.
yeah, yes, it's the same as there. You probably see it on the computers. 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms.
Okay. Now,
Mhm.
and you said you haven't done any remodeling and upgrading within the past 25 years. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's just as it was built. You know, mom and dad built that place, and it is what it is. It's in a 25-year-old condition or so.
Okay. So, what I'm gonna do, if we're able to come out, set up a date to have someone come out to take a look at the property, would all the owners be able to be present, so we can get an agreement on the sale of the property, if you guys agree with the price?
Yeah, so you guys can come out, take a look at it anytime, come walk at any time. So, that's my problem right now is I have to deal with all my brothers and sisters. They ain't coming out to the property. You know what I mean? You and me got to talk, figure out what's a good deal, for a good offer, and then I bring it to them, and they'll
Okay.
sign off on it. So you ain't got to deal with all them. They got to go through me, but I just got to make sure their interests are protected. That's all.
So if
So
we give you an offer you like, how soon are you willing to sell it?
as soon as we're ready to get the deal signed, as soon as we have a good offer, we'll sell it. It's ready to be yours because it's vacant.
Okay. Okay, we're able to close within 2 days as quick as possible. So if you like a price, would that sound a good time for you?
You can close in 2 days.
2 weeks, I mean.
Okay, I was about to say you sound like a so 2 days. So yeah, I mean, it's not a rush, but once the deal's done, you guys pay us the cash and pay the money, and The house is yours.
Okay, I noticed you said that you don't want any lowball number, but just out of curiosity, it sounds like you do have a figure in mind. And what would that number be?
It would be fair retail value, fair market value.
Fair market value? Okay.
Yeah.
And are you firm with that, or is it a little flexible?
I mean, would you be firm with it? Would you want fair market value for your home, right?
I agree, but my home actually has been upgraded. So it's just like, I do understand you do have for the property because you've had it for a while, but
Time, guys, time.
Okay.
Ugh.
You caught me off guard. You caught me off guard with the 10 people, man.
You're a seasoned pro. You sell air conditioning, you sell ice to Eskimo. So I had to hit you with something, a crazy little probate inheritance situation, man.
I was like, oh. That was just like, the thing is, I don't notice because the procedure now, you got to go through probate court. After you go through probate court, and it's like you're telling me because it's a will, and a will has to go. Yeah. So I don't know how far along. So now I went to go see because I was trying to get the 4 pillars, but it's like the 10 people is a lot, bro.
Yeah, I mean, it could be 10 or 1,000. So you got to get agreement amongst everybody. But the main
You make it sound easy, but the thing is, even with 2 people, it's not that simple to get agreement within 2 people.
Well, what I was going for is I needed your help. Like, I need help. Like I said, nobody wants to help me with the maintenance, pay the taxes, do any of that with the property. That was my problem. Like it was my burden to take care of this property for everybody else, and then take care of it, getting rid of it. So I needed your help with that. That's what I was reaching out. That's why I kept saying that. Like, hey,
okay,
I'm responsible. I got to do this. Nobody wants to pay the taxes. No one wants to do any maintenance. So, and then with that, I would go, you work at, Diana is much more well-versed in probate and all this stuff, but you work out a price that is amenable, acceptable to everybody. And then, then the deal's done. So that's kind of a few steps down the road, but you got to help me out first. You know what I mean? My problem with the place.
Hey, I just saw the script. I was just kind of improvising. I just saw the script. I was trying to read it as fast as possible.
No, you're good. It's just catching you off guard. It's going to be situation. You're not going to have, like Ali was saying, the answer or the a question for each individual, every possible question or answer for every situation.
I agree with you, but I'm not going into something blindly. I wouldn't pick up a phone if I'm not ready.
Yeah, we do some prepare as much as we can.
Yeah, because it got the time frame, price, and then I was looking down here. It's like mortgage and info and stuff like that. So I was actually looking at the mortgage info, and it's just like I just saw it. So I was actually trying to look at the mortgage, see how to go. Looking at the mortgage and stuff, I figured I could know how to but I know when it's 10 people for one place, that's a whole lot, bro. Because the thing is trying to get agreement, a timely agreement, and I don't know if they all have to be present. If now you say you're the one that's responsible, you basically deal with you and you get the confirmation from them. So I was like, okay.
You're too many steps ahead, man. We're basically, this first call is just generating interest. You just want to find out the 4 pillars. That 10 agreements, don't worry about that, man. That is going to be on the lead manager to acquisition. They deal with all that. You got to just get that call, find that interest, go over the 4 pillars. If you can gather some mortgage information, great. And then move on to the next one, man. Don't overthink it. Don't overthink it.
You know what? I got it now. This thing, I just got the script. Like I said, it was just like, I had like go through this training for like 2 months just to learn the stuff. And then after like going through training, it kind of like program you. You're just like, your program, being the program is not that easy. So it's just like, after getting familiar with the script repetition, I'll just get,
Yeah. Natasha asked a question. When the seller asks for a callback number, what should I say? Most of the time, what we do is we say, hey, we'll call you back, and then just redirect right into when's a good time to call you and find out, morning, afternoon, that type of thing. But usually we'll just say, hey, we'll give you a call back and set that up. And that's how we usually do that. Landry, is there any other suggestions on that?
I'm gonna refer to the objections sheet, whatever it says. Whatever number like you see on your phone. Can you see the number that, I'm calling from right now? Oh, yeah, I see it. Okay, great. That's the number. But the property specialist, they will call from a different number.
All right. Any other questions before we
Thank
let go
you.
tonight? Silence.
Crickets. Crickets.
Shad, did you want to talk about anything before we go?
No, guys, that was a good role play, though. Good stuff.
Yeah, very good, man.
Dominique.
Sounded really good, Dominique, for sure.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep. Give yourself credit, or don't be hard on yourself. It's your training and learning, so you don't need to explain anything. You just go and learn it. So you're doing the thing, so you're good.
So that's what the purpose of training. Yeah, like 4 days of training, so it's just like you gain in knowledge and improve.
Right on. All right. We are over time by about 10 minutes. Remember, let's see, our Facebook group. What are we up to? I'm gonna drop the link here in the chat one more time. If you have friends, family members, enemies, invite them.
Especially the enemies.
Yeah, we got 1.8 members right now. So we'd love to grow that, get that above 2,000. Also, this is our nightly Zoom, so we'll be back tomorrow night, same time, same channel. Anything else? Anybody got anything else?
I think we're only like 2 people away from 1,900. Let me see, and I got 2 people asking right now. Let me see. Yep, there it is, 1,900.
Woo! Yeah.
Woo! Just like that.
Now we gotta
Asking you shall receive. I love it.
Yeah, we'll
All
be
right.
at 1,000 soon.
For sure. All right, everybody, keep making those calls. I love hearing these calibrations and doing this feedback. So keep putting yourselves out there. We'll keep getting better. Then if anybody has anything else, we will call it a night. Say good night and see y'all tomorrow night.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, guys.
Everyone.
Good night.
Good night.